Yo, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome into the channel. This is obviously not the type of music that we normally do around this part of my channel. We normally do rap and hip hop and things like that. But this year I did want to delve and dabble into pop music and see what I've missed over the past years, since I'm not really a pop head like that. And I've never heard a single Miley track. Obviously I know Party in the USA. I know a couple of her bops, Wrecking Ball, but these are like the bigger than life tracks. I don't know any of her nuance shit. I don't know any of her country. I didn't watch Hannah Montana. I wasn't that fortunate. We weren't rich as a kid to have Disney Channel. So stop rubbing it in my face, Disney Channel kids. Fuck y'all. But we got this new album. It's only 13 tracks. We've already heard one, and then the last track is a demo, so it's really only 11 tracks. So don't know what to expect. We're obviously doing this live in front of a Twitch audience, so if y'all guys want to join us over on Twitch, where we do all of our album reviews and new music reviews and video games and such, consider joining us over on Twitch. It's the link in the description. Also, if you want to see this review in full, completely unedited, raw, consider joining on Patreon. That is where all of our album reviews go down, and all of our raw streams are on the Patreon. But other than that, we've heard this song, but we're gonna listen just to vibe and get like the context of the album. Let's get it. This song is so good, bro. The percussion of the song is so good. The bass line is so groovy, bro. This track was all over TikTok. All the girls are like singing it at the top of my lungs, knowing I'm in a happy, healthy, and stable relationship. Hey yo, fuck Liam. Hey yo, fuck Liam Hemsworth. He's the ugly brother anyway. All right, he's not a 10, he's a 9. Great, he's so much uglier. But he's ugly on the inside. Hey, YouTube, if y'all guys are Prime members of Amazon, come to Twitch and you can subscribe to the channel with your Prime membership and get 0 ads on Twitch. He's a 7.5, but his bank account elevates him to a 9 minimum. But so does Miley's. When she's out here doing plyometrics and lingerie, hey yo, bricked up. Ultimate summer banger, or spring banger, I guess you could say, as we turn a new leaf in a new year. Fuck that dude. He didn't deserve you, and go out there and live your best life. Because he's doing that for sure, because he's a city boy, as he should. Let's see what we got. Next track.
Now I had time to think it over. Well, my shoulder and the bones too big to bury.
The bones too big to bury is crazy bar.
I'm sorry that you're jaded.
Oh, I'm sorry you're jaded. I could have taken you places, bro. She must have been listening to Drake from 2020 to 2023, because that is something that he would say. Is Miley Cyrus the female Drake? Under her pictures live some of the greatest quotes from me. This is a quotable song already. This one is gonna have city girls thinking they're up all summer, bro. First Flowers, and then this is the one right after.
And it's a fucking shame that it ended like that. You broke your own heart, but you never say that.
It's a shame that we ended like that. You broke your own heart, but you're too man. You're never gonna say that. Fuck, this is good as hell already. You love me now and I hate it. Nah. You didn't love me when you were supposed to love me. Now you love me and I hate it because our time has passed. You can't love me now. It's unfair of you to be loving me now. Shit gonna make me cry, dog.
I won't lie, it won't be easy when somebody new's on your body. I'll change my number, but keep your t-shirt. I don't mind, it's torn up and faded. I'm sorry that you're jaded. I could have taken you places.
That's a better song than Flowers is. Flowers is a summertime bop, but this shit right here, see, if I was black, I would finish that quote from Cat.
This shit right here, nigga.
That one got me speechless, ladies and gentlemen. Not gonna lie to you. It's like angry, but not angry, because she's found closure through all the pain that she had endured, and she wishes things could be different, and she wishes that he wasn't jaded. He fucked it up. Also, parents out there, if you're letting your child watch a reaction on YouTube from me, Fair warning, there's going to be a decent amount of obscenities. And by a decent, I mean probably more than your average human says in their lifetime. I cuss a lot is the end of the story. It's been a while since I've been floored by a song. All right, let's keep going. I got to get my mind right, bro. That was crazy.
Somehow the bed sheets are dirty,
Wash them bitches.
like sticky sweet lemonade.
Ugh.
We could stay like this forever, lost in wonderland, with our head above the clouds, falling stupid like we're kids, wearing rose-colored lenses.
The visuals in this song are crazy nice. Like if I close my eyes, I can see the music video. Rolling in the sheets together type shit, driving, fucking around in the car, literally like this in the CVS with like the rose-colored lenses, and he's laughing and she's laughing. And it's all just like a montage of all the good times.
Naked in conversation, drown me in your delight. If I had control over you, we could stay like this forever, lost in
I like the pace and the energy of the songs, you know, like, and maybe it's, I haven't heard her past albums, so I can't say what they sounded like. And I've said this with Justin Bieber as well, or a lot of pop, if I'm being honest. Justin Bieber, her, they are slightly younger than me. So I've always felt like I was more mature than the music that they put out. On top of the fact, I don't listen to top 40 pop music, generally speaking. All right, I guess you're part of the show now. I feel like Justin Bieber's music, I feel like now Miley's music, we're 3 tracks into a new Miley album, and they all sound chill and adult and grown up. You know what I mean? So I like the vibe of this album so far. Man, that like pitch bending up of whatever that is in the back. It's like almost like a psychedelic synth sound. I like that. That's nice. Oh, it's a bridge.
with our head above the clouds, falling stupid like we're kids, wearing rose-colored lenses.
Yes, sir. You hear that little quick like burn, 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 like the bass fill to come in right here. That's hard, bro. You mentioned Harry Styles, Frog, and to be honest, in my mind, I was thinking I like this album more than Harry Styles' most recent album. I think Fine Line is a better album than Harry's most recent album. Yup. We got 1,000 Miles featuring Brandy Carlisle. There's no other way for me to say this because I'm a simpleton. Is she the super gay one? She's the one that has the haircut like when, what's her name on Parks and Rec, went to the barber where all of the other guys in political spheres go, and then she got that one cut. She's the one that looks like she was, like her wardrobe was designed by Brendan Urie of Panic at the Disco. All right, yeah, rose-colored lenses. It sounds very, not 70s, but kind of like that, like euphoric a little bit. It had the euphoria, it had the nostalgia. Like in my mind, listening to the song, I can go and look at past memories in my head. This would be a good soundtrack when you're thinking and reminiscing over the past. All right, let's see what this next track is about.
Driving around town in a beat up old Mercedes, but when he smiles, I don't care about the past. I'm not always right, but still I ain't got time for what went wrong. 1,000 miles from anywhere.
This is nice, bro.
Talking to you before I realize it's madness.
Bro, their voices together are so nice. Holy shit.
Oh, pick up the phone and I call back home, but all I get is a dial tone, and instead of hanging up, I hang my head.
Instead of hanging up, I hang my head. Right to the fucking heart. This does have like a country, and it could be because I know that Brandy leans this direction in her own personal music. It definitely has like that country vibe to it. It's not a suicide bar Michaels. It's like I hang my head, like I'm calling you hoping that you pick up, and then I do that because you didn't. Like I'm disappointed, I'm sad. It's not like, oh shit, they didn't pick up the phone, I'm hanging myself.
I know half of what I'm saying don't make no sense, so don't ask me where I've been. I'm not always right, but still I ain't got time for what went wrong.
It could be like I feel like there's a twang to the guitars. Like if you know country, you know that they have a certain twang. Like that's a word that's thrown around a lot to describe country. And the song doesn't. Like she doesn't have that in her voice. Neither does Brandy Carlisle, but the instrumental does. But it definitely does have a different sound than the first 3 tracks. 1,000 miles from anywhere. Now we got a harmonica. Yeah, definitely country vibes. Actually, like this melody is from a country song.
I told myself to close that door.
Na, 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 na. That's the way the country song goes, but I don't know the name.
I told myself to close that door, but I'm right back here again. I know after
Bro, there's a country song that has this exact.
Myself to close that door, but
That's the way the melody resolves in the country track. I can't think of it though. Fuck, it's gonna get me mad. It's definitely a country vibe. It's like this almost sounds like new country, yo. It's one of the criticisms that I have of country music, especially in today's day and age. People can blame it on Taylor Swift, basically. It almost doesn't have a country soul anymore. Like it has a sound, but it just sounds like pop music, basically. Like country fused with pop. The way there's no more R&B, like true R&B kind of fused with pop music and rap to make like melodic rap and then like, you know, urban quote unquote pop music. It's the same thing that happened to country. Like country doesn't have the same soul that it used to. There's very few country artists that sound like true country. Like Midland, if you want to think of true country, Midland has the sound of what you would think country music sounds like, at least to me. Good track. I don't enjoy it as much as the other tracks. Could be the fact that it's like leaning in the country direction, and I don't like new modern country music because of that pop and like how much pop is taking over modern country music. But yeah, I understand why it's there. I know like her fans are going to like that track. If I'm being non-biased, I wouldn't say that's a miss. Like if I'm looking at it as okay, I could see how people would like this, I would say it's a good track. But I probably wouldn't listen to that one that often.
I wanna set off alarms, deal out the cards, smoke Cuban cigars, and get kicked out of bars before 2. But only if it's with you.
Ooh, love that. I knew it was coming, but it still sounds good.
I got some baggage. Let's do some damage.
Bro, it's just so chill. The 3/4 or 6/8 time signature. Love it so far.
But only if it's with you.
I didn't realize how good her voice was, if I'm being honest with you. There's a certain emotion that's in her voice because of how deep it is. It's almost like very bluesy.
Then I'll pick a fight to make up on the floor of your room. But only if it's with you.
That's fire, bro.
But only if it's with you.
Love that, bro. I love that it's also in like a 3/4 time signature, which is technically the time signature of a waltz, because it feels like she's talking about dancing through life with the person. That's what it feels like. The song is like, I want to do all this stuff, but only if it's with you. I want to be your life partner. I want to dance through life with you. And it's a waltz tempo. That's why I come to you for a react. That's a great take. I appreciate you, Luis.
But only if it's with you.
Hard. The songs have so much emotion in them. Fire track, bro. I mean, every track here has been pretty solid. Even the Brandy Carlisle one, even though that's not my vibe, I can understand how it is. And for what it is a well executed track. This shit is going hard. Realist Reactor on Twitch and on YouTube, if we're being honest. All right, next up, handstand. Do a handstand for you? I don't even know if I can do a push-up.
We met each other on the neon dinghy. Past the manta rays and palm trees.
Hey, yo, did she listen to Dawn FM drunk one day and then wrote this song? Because this sounds like it could have been on that album. This is fire, dog. All Angels Are Terrifying. Exactly what I was thinking of.
My friend Big Twitchy rode the boat to the light.
It would literally just be like this with the reverb and the echo. Jim Carrey. Look at the flowers. They don't try to look right. They just open their petals and turn to the light. Bro, this is fire. This could be The Weeknd. This could be Daft Punk, Kavinsky. There could be multiple influences on a track like this. FKA Twigs a little bit vibe. Ooh. Hey, yo. This is nuts right here. This is crazy nice. I love that it like sounds so different than the rest of the album, but also sounds exactly like the rest of the album. Crawl inside your arms. Bro, I'm like fully engulfed in this experience that she's creating right here. Take me captive and then sail away. Yeah, bro, this is FKA Twigs written all over it. That was a track that I was not ready for the whole time. The whole time, starting with the synths. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for her to come in with like this conversational style delivery right here.
Cause that's all we knew.
And I wasn't ready for this breakdown over here. That's hard, bro. Take me captive and sail away. That's hard. This album is it might be higher than the Yachty album if I'm being honest with you. All right, next up, River. Guys, if you're watching the album review right now, this is gonna be a separate video. We're skipping this in the album review because we're gonna watch it right now on a separate video. All right, next up, Violet Chemistry.
When the floor is wet and the lights come on, but you don't wanna leave.
Tell me that this doesn't sound like Dawn FM. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying she copied. I'm just saying her version of 80s music, 80s influenced synth new pop music. Solid, bro. It's nice.
We ain't got it talk, baby. We'll keep the stereo on. When the floor is wet and the lights come on, but you don't wanna leave.
Bro, I love the melody. If I didn't let when the lights come on and you don't wanna leave. Oh, that shit is a banger. Yeah.
The lights come on, but you don't wanna leave.
Oh.
Stay a while. Don't deny the violent chemistry.
Bro, don't deny the Violet Chemistry. Oh man, this also has like Latin freestyle influence of like the early 90s. The percussion sounds very like that. Johnny B, you know, Cynthia O, those type of artists, if you know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all probably are not Hispanic and too young, so you have zero idea what I'm talking about. This is up there on the album so far. I'm stuck on Jaded too. This is a banger.
The lights come on, but you don't wanna leave.
Oh, that's hard. And then the little, like in the background, that's not what it sounds like, but you know what? You heard it. Right here.
Come on, but you don't wanna leave.
Right here. That shit is like an earworm for me. Oh yeah, bro, this is a banger.
Stay a while. Don't deny the vibe. Fingers start to dance along the figures and the shapes.
Hey yo.
The colors like we're making a Monet. May not be eternal, but nocturnal, nothing more. Fingers start to.
We may not be eternal, we're nocturnal, nothing more. Talk to him. You might not be Mr. Right, but you're Mr. Right now for the night. Banger line. Bro, we're still a minute and a half.
All the colors like we're making a Monet.
Hey, yo, this is...
There's something between us that's too major to ignore. We ain't gotta talk, baby. We'll keep the stereo on. Stay a while.
Shit.
Stay a while.
Yes, sir. This is a... Woo. This is the one right here. This is easy in 9, Jeff. You hear these vibes, Sam? Bro. Yeah, so hold on. Let me show y'all what like Latin freestyle is what I'm talking about. So this is Latin freestyle. This is what I said that it sounds like. Like it has this energy. You know what I mean? Like it has that vibe. Kind of like Lil Susie. Like it has this energy. The vibras are going crazy. Yeah, so that's what it sounds like. That's like not the whole song, dreamy, reverby type vibe. It's definitely one of the better tracks on the album, and it'll probably be, even including Flowers, it'll be the best, most replay value track on the album. Flowers is like a solid radio bop, but Violet Chemistry is probably the better song between the two. Let's see what Muddy Feet got.
I don't know who the hell you think you're messing with. Get the the fuck out of my house with that shit.
The energy that she's conveying on this track and the aggressiveness of like the bass, the bottom half of the song is nice.
Back and forth, always questioning my question.
Ooh, the piano is so nice right there. Bro, this has such like this is like the first track with energy that's like on Jaded, but Jaded is much sadder than this. This is very aggressive. This is anger in the relationship at this point, and the beat and the instrumental and everything about it matches that. Like, it's almost like a dark energy that this track has that the rest of the tracks don't.
You watered the weeds and you killed all the roses.
You've watered the weeds and killed all the roses? Like you went with some bitch who's mid and you killed what we had? That's hard. That's gonna be on every chick's fucking Instagram post. Like, you're still sad. I know you're still sad. Stop trying to act like you're moved on already. You're sad.
I'm about to do somebody. Yeah, I'm about to do somebody.
The rasp in her voice is so crazy, bro, when she does like that rock energy. I don't know if Sia's gonna have an actual verse. She might just be these background vocals. I will say that her voice for that background like vocals right there, it fits perfectly. Like, Miley could not pull off those background vocals. It wouldn't have sounded anywhere near as harmonic and like above the rest of the track. Miley doesn't have that type of effortlessness in her voice. Miley's voice is effortless, but she's also very raspy and deep. Okay, so if Miley's better than Taylor Swift, Sia is better than both of them. That's not discrediting Miley. She's a good vocalist, but Sia, bro. All right, next up, Wildcard.
Don't wait for me. It's forever, me never go.
Hey.
I'm a wild card.
That half tempo breakdown.
Loving you is never enough.
I enjoyed the fact that verse or that chorus was stripped down instead of, like, most of the time choruses add. That chorus came out. It removed, if you know what I mean.
Pillows on the floor and the flowers there. Love when you hold me, but loving you is never enough. I'm a wild card.
Yeah, bro, this is fire. Holy shit. This is the addition of the chorus, right? So we had the first chorus, which took everything away to highlight her vocals and what she was saying, but there's no way we're getting that chorus style twice. So this is what the actual, quote unquote, the actual chorus sounds like. This is nice, bro.
I love when you hold me.
Her vibrato is so nice. Oh, her vibrato is crazy. Loving you was never enough. I need more than that. The synths on this whole album have been crazy. It's crazy because you can use the synths. Like, when people think of synth pop or synth pop, you're going to think of The Weeknd. There's no way you don't. After Hours and on FM, like, that is what I think synth pop sounds like. But this isn't synth pop. This is Miley's music. And barely pop. I guess it is pop, but it adds synths into pop music. It's not like the predominant style. It's hard to take synths. It's hard to take them and put them in the arrangement and not have it sound like synth music or synth pop, but she does an amazing job. I mean, not a single skip, nothing going wrong. Even the track with Brandy Carlisle, not a huge fan of it because I'm homophobic. Just kidding. I just don't really like her style of music. Don't take that out of context, fucking internet.
I'm on an island, dirty, dancing in the sun.
Okay.
So close to heaven, but I'm still wishing for the love that I don't have.
I'm still wishing for the love I don't have. I have all this shit. I'm so close to heaven. Everything is here in front of me, but I'm still wishing for the one thing I don't have. Also, this is serious Sade vibes. That is an attractive woman. Something about Sade's aura, dog.
Am I stranded on an island? Or have I landed in paradise?
Am I stranded on an island or have I landed in paradise? Yes. I literally said this whenever I was in Mexico, right, with the fam last year, 2 years ago. At that time, COVID was still pretty rampant. You needed to get tested to even come back into the country. So you had to get tested for COVID to get back in. Like, I would joke as we were approaching the end of our vacation, I was like, bro, what if one of us tests negative for COVID? or test positive. Mexico's only paradise when you're here for the allotted time that you wanted to be here. Anything longer than that is kind of inconvenience. Like, I don't want to fucking be in Mexico. I got no fiber out here. The beach is beautiful and all that, but I want to play COD with the boys. And obviously this is all a metaphor. Yeah, she has everything. She has everything that everybody could ever imagine and want: fame, money, success, gorgeous looks, body, the whole thing. But you can still feel alone and stranded on an island of success when people think they don't see the loneliness, they only see the success. It's a good song. I could understand how this instrumental might not be everybody's, cup of tea.
And down lie, it sure gets lonely at night. But no one here needs nothing from me, and it's kind of nice.
See, bro, it's lonely here. Like, do you ever think about what celebrity schedules look like? Like, what does their phone look like? Am I getting blown up fucking constantly for business related messages and phone calls? Or are people calling to check up on me? Do I have friends? Like, does she actually have any friends? Like, yeah, you have colleagues in the industry. You have people that relate to you, but are they your friends? Or would you actually like this person? Would they like you if we weren't cajillionaires together? It's like trauma bonding at the other end of the spectrum. They're trauma bonding with the fact that no one relates to them.
On an island, have I landed in paradise?
I think the message of this song would have hit harder if it wasn't this island. I mean, and I get it. I get that the instrumental is a metaphor as well, because the instrumental is very peaceful, but the lyrics are a little, not cumbersome. They're a little melancholic. But I think if this were a ballad instead, I think that the lyrics would hit a little bit harder. That one's going to be the most polarizing of the album, I'm pretty sure, just because it sounds different than the rest of the album. I still appreciate the lyrics, but definitely not going to be one that a lot of people are fucking with heavy like the rest of the album. What I was going to compare it to is Saint Tropez by Jay-Z. I mean, not by Jay-Z, by J. Cole. It's the same emotion that I had toward this song. It took me a very long time to actually enjoy this song the same way that I enjoyed the rest of the album, because it sounds so out of place. Roll up and smoke my sense away. I like to go to Saint Tropez. 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a conceptual album for those that don't know. It's about his adolescence and upbringing in Fayetteville, North Carolina. But this song, I get it. This song comes right after a very hood, almost violent type of song. And like he's smoking up to get away from his problems. But this song has this. Go on. We got Wonder Woman next. This is the second to last song on the album. Technically, this might be the last, because the next one is a Flowers demo. So I don't know what that is going to be about. So this might be the last song on the album, Wonder Woman.
She's a Wonder Woman.
Our first full-on ballad?
Never know she's broken.
The reverb is solid.
But she's always fine.
Never know she's broken because she's always flying. This one gonna make people cry, bro, and tear up. You don't know that you're broken because you don't allow yourself time to sit and think and ponder about yourself. Like, you're so broken that you can't stop doing, because if you stop doing, you know that you're gonna give yourself time to think about the fact that you're broken. So I'd rather not even think about it. I'd rather keep my schedule busy so that way I can just avoid the fact that I'm broken.
Only when she cries.
You would never know that she's hopeless only when she cries, but she doesn't cry because she keeps herself busy so she doesn't have to know or think about the fact that she's broken. Does Miley write her own songs? If she did write this and it's about her, this would be her Lonely by Justin Bieber, basically.
She makes sure that no one's around to see her fall apart. She wants to be the one that never dies.
Fuck! This is technically the end of the album, okay? The end of an album where we've had nothing but like pop music, synth music. This is the most vulnerable that she possibly could be on this album. Because like there's a difference when it's vulnerable in a relationship and it's vulnerable personally. Without the relationship, she's admitting to us and to herself that she's broken as a person. Not that a relationship is falling apart. Not that I'm sad because I lost the love of my life. No, there's nothing more sad than you being broken and questioning who you are. Yeah, you might have lost the love of your life, but have you lost yourself?
She's a won't stop.
It also doesn't help that this part of the song sounds like In the Arms of an Angel, Sarah McLachlan holding these dogs that are sad. It doesn't help that it's got that vibe right here too. In the arms of an angel.
She's a won't stop woman. I was on her hands. All her pain is polished.
All the pain is polished.
All her tears are planned.
All the pain is polished and all the tears are planned. Fuck! Damn, that's heavy.
She can't stop her eyes from welling up. Oh, she makes sure that no one cries.
What? That is on the same level of an outro as Until I Bleed Out by The Weeknd. Different songs altogether, but the same amount of pain and emotion. And just relatability. Right, Ham? What's this cat's name? Ham. Like hammy, because cheddar is cheese, ham and cheese. Oh, fuck. I don't want there to be a song after this one. That is the perfect close to an album. And this song and this album, this is the best song on the album. Like, this isn't going to be the one that you listen to the most on the album, but this is by far the most powerful song on the album. All right, let's see what the demo's about. Now this sounds like Lonely by Justin Bieber. Oh, was it originally supposed to be a ballad?
Talk to myself for hours. See things you don't understand. Can love me better than you can.
The original track, it sounds much more empowering, and it could be because this is technically a piano ballad, but on a synthesizer versus like a baby grand piano, an acoustic piano. But the I knew that the lyrics are sad, but they're also uplifting and powerful. While this might sound good, it definitely was the right decision to turn it into what it is now. We might like this version better because we're partial and, you know, always piano ballads seem to hit harder. But the studio, this song would not have blew up if it was released anywhere close to this. I think it's better, obviously, as the original track. It just fits the vibe more. So in my mind, this song doesn't count toward the album. Doesn't count toward the album, but it's cool to hear like the creative process of how we got such a banger and such like a juggernaut of a song. Because you really don't get to see that ever. Okay, album of the year. Easy. Some absolute bangers on here. Obviously, Flowers, we know. Jaded is probably one of the better songs, maybe number 2 or 3 on the album. Handstand was a vibe. Violet Chemistry is probably my favorite song. River was good. Rose Colored Lenses was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic, dreamy. Island is the only one where people are going to be like, eh. Actually, I think that if Island sounded like the Flowers demo, it would have hit better. And on top of the fact that Island is right before Wonder Woman, which is easily the most powerful song on the album, if those two were both piano ballads to end the album, that would have been crazy. Still a crazy solid album, yo. Definitely a 9 out of 10. I would say 9 out of 10. Fantano, when he rates this album, is probably going to give it, he'll probably give it a 7. I would say, because I know people are always like, oh, what's Fantano going to think? I would say he's probably going to give it a 7. If he gives it higher than that, I'll be surprised. But to me, it is a 9. So I'm actually excited to go back and listen to her other music because I want to know what she came from. You know, was I right in my assumption that her music didn't speak to me? Because, yeah, it's only like a 4-year gap between her age and my age, but that 4 years makes a big difference when we're talking about music that I like versus what she would sing or what that she would make. But now that she's in her 30s and she's maturing and things like that, it's she's making solid music. And she might have always made solid music, but I need to see if it was I right in not listening to it because I knew that I wouldn't like it. Miley is a talented artist that I would have never known. I would have never guessed.